What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Daniel Kinahan. Get this, a $5 million offer is for his arrest on boxing promoter Daniel Kinahan. The United States has released a reward up to $5 million for information relating to the Kinahan family or the arrest of the three leaders in the Kinahan group. Daniel Kinahan has been named as a part of the three men in question that the United States is looking for information on. Kinahan has been a promoter in boxing during this time while having ties to the crime group. It was revealed that the sanctions would be put in place against the trio, with the U.S. Department of Treasury stating that appropriate actions need to be taken against these individuals and their businesses. Sanction imposed on Daniel Kinahan and group. All properties and interest and property of the designated individuals or entities that are in the United States or the possession of control of U.S. persons must be blocked and reported to the Office of Foreign Assets Control. Details of the full sanction can be seen here. Okay, I'm not going to go into that. One of the companies within these sanctions is a boxing management company, which also works within broadcasting and sponsorship deals within other sports. Hoopo Sports is based out of the UAE and ran by Ian Dixon, a close friend of Daniel Kinahan and the Kinahan group. The Garda Commissioner, Drew Harris, he has said he hopes these restrictions placed upon the Kinahan group will have a crippling effect on them. Harris would then go on to state that more action is still planned to take place against the group. This is the first phase of the initiative, says Harris, who says other nations in Spain, the Netherlands, and beyond have already offered huge help and will continue to play a role. You can run, but you can't hide from justice forever. From today, they'll be running low on money, friends, and influence. Daniel Kinahan is also known to have relationships with many fighters within the MMA community and was pictured with Darren Till at the end of last year, out in the Dubai area. Okay. Well, this is kind of odd to me. They're offering $5 million for questioning. I think that's weird. You know, I never heard of the U.S. because this is low kick MMA. Okay, this is the source. But it's crazy because they're looking for the arrest and has been named part of the three men in question that the United States is looking for information on. And Kinahan has been promoter in boxing during this time while having ties to the crime group. I don't really like to go into these type of things because you don't know what the base of this article is about. We've heard allegedly that Daniel Kinahan has been a part of like some kind of crime group or whatever. But I mean, that's all we know. And then as far as boxing goes, he was partially responsible for one of the biggest fights that could have happened last year. And really the year before with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, because I think he was involved in the negotiations. And then because of the slander or the reputation, a lot of the other big companies kind of backed off, you know, and I think that that's the tactic, you know, and who knows what the relationship of who's trying to search for him or who's in head of that group to that particular person. Now, if he's guilty for whatever, okay, they need to bring him in. But then it's like, I never understood, like, hey, someone in the States is looking for someone in another country that doesn't even belong to that country. I never understood that. I never did. Probably never will. You know what I mean? But I don't know law. I know, you know, in law enforcement and stuff like that. So I really don't know. But I can tell you that, you know, a lot of people have been linked to that particular person, Daniel Kinahan, Tyson Fury, MMA fighters. Mauricio Suleiman just took a picture with him, right? So, you know, you see a lot of those guys rubbing elbows with Daniel Kinahan. So it's if it's like this, let's put it this way. If the crime is to be associated or knowing a person by association, then you can bring a lot of people in, including Mauricio. He's right down there in Mexico City, last I heard, right? You know, why don't you try bringing him in if you see him with pictures with whoever? Because that's how that works. I've seen enough FBI stuff and all that to know, like, okay, let's see what he does, where he goes, who he runs with, right? So they take pictures of whoever they rub elbows with or whoever they come in contact with, right? So, okay, well, that's Tyson Fury. That's Mauricio Suleiman. That's many other people that he talks to and communicates with. So you're going to go and follow them and all that too? Counterpunch. So I don't really know what they're questioning them for, because they're not really clear. You know, okay, he's a part of a crime group. Okay, well, that's like the RICO Act or something like that maybe. But, you know, other than that, though, it's like, what do you really do to a person that doesn't really even deal with America as far as business-wise, maybe indirect, but if they're asking for $5 million, that, you know, obviously, you know, because I don't see them running and hiding like they're just like eating out of cans and shit like that. You know what I mean? Especially if you're walking, because I just seen this guy like last week, a week before last, like walking with Mauricio Suleiman. He sure the hell ain't hiding. So I really don't understand. I don't really know how valid the source is. I'm just reporting the source. So if anybody knows more than I do, leave it below in the comments. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.